guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, first off, it's my kid's birthday today. He likes mustaches. I'm going to be, oh, Hi, can you guys hear me? I was saying it's my kid's birthday today and he likes mustaches, so I'm going to be wearing this all day. Can't take it off now. So, I'm going to be doing a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, also for your cross watchers. Um, we all got mustaches. Okay, we all got mustaches. I know, I totally forgot that the mic has to be in front of me. So I'm just getting the cards ready. Give me a second, okay, guys. I got the message that this can change your whole life. This can change everything. I don't really know. Y'all know I never really know anything. I don't really know what this is in reference to, but seems important. All right. Here it is. Final deck. Where's my final deck? Oh, right here. There. Okay. All right. Is it your daughter's birthday today too? Nice. All right. Ooh. Oh, sorry. I'm just a mess right now, but I'm a mess every day. So what's new? Here we go. Here we go. So, card number 13, Free Spirit. This is about you really allowing yourself to fly within your life, within whatever it is that you're experiencing. Stop shrinking yourself down. Stop allowing yourself to be placed in areas of confinement or containers of confinement. Okay. It's time to really allow yourself to expand. So, card number 2, beginnings. There's something that's about to be presented to you. Okay. It's about to be presented to you, and this is going to take you to a whole different place within your mind, within your heart, within your life. Right now, it seems like you're in some sort of emotional winter. You're being offered a path that leads you to like a springtime. Okay. So I'm kind of being given this image, this feeling of how springtime is full of like love and growth and just really pretty green things. Green being your heart energy. Okay. Card number 20 is softly, softly, the tender touch. So there's a conversation. I mean, this is like par for the course. Every single reading, this message pops up. It's not always this card, but it's always the same message. A conversation needs to take place. With who? I'm not sure. Okay. I'm not sure. Let's not limit this to a specific person. Let's go ahead and allow ourselves to be open to experiencing whatever conversation needs to be experienced. Okay. So, and this is energy coming from the high heart, allowing for very authentic, very healing conversation to take place. This is about crown blossoming, third eye empowerment. Yes, there might be a few tears. It might be a painful type of conversation, but it does lead to healing. In addition to that, it leads to the release of blockages, emotional blockages. All right. Card number 1, Sun Spirit. There is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there's only one of you in all time, this expression is unique. Ooh. So this conversation is with a very, very specific individual. You cannot have this conversation with anyone else. Attempting to have this conversation with anyone else really is not going to have the same effect. It's not going to be able to raise your potentiality to unheard of levels. So this is something very, very specific. Um, This card represents the need to express who you are. Um, the sun is the desire to bring on the outside what exists on the inside. Oh, I'm being told for some of you, this is an unspoken love. I don't know if maybe someone hurt your feelings and you were like in the process of falling in love with them, like madly in love with them. And maybe there was confusion, miscommunication. I don't know what it is, but there was a separation that occurred. And it's I hate to bust you out. It's like that love never went away. It never went away. And it's something that you've probably tried to hide. There's probably the reason why you try to avoid the topic, avoid uh, the conversation, avoid anything about the individual. That love probably never went away. It's the positivity that trumps anything negative. This card says all eyes are on you. You have the strength and power to get things done. All things that are truly meaningful are starting to happen now. This card gives an emphatic yes to your reading. Yes. Yes, you're going to talk to somebody. And for some, this someone might have, you might have romantic love for them. For others, it might be like a deep friendship love, soul love, you know. So you may find yourself singled out, perhaps in a dramatic situation where you show your skills in some impromptu ways. What you are doing now is being noticed. Noticed or stalked? Are they stalking you? Hold on. I should wear a mustache all the time. It puts me in a really chill mood. All right. The question is, are they being stalked, fixated upon? Don't be scared, Bish. Just tell us the truth. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Bish, is someone stalking us? She very she said yes. Is it the person we're supposed to talk to? Yes. I'm gonna just leave it at that. No more questions. How do you communicate when the other person doesn't want to listen? Maybe it's not communication then. If the other person doesn't want to listen, there is, and I'm not saying that I'm reading your circumstance and I'm speaking directly to you, Carmen. If the other person doesn't want to listen, either they're not ready to have that type of conversation and you're trying to force them into something that they're not ready, mature enough to handle, to properly participate in, or there's already been something established between the two of you where you just dictate. And I'm not saying you specifically, but that's what it tends to be. That's what I've noticed. Either they're not ready, or the dynamic that you have is that they feel they have no voice and that you just dictate to them, and so now they don't want to listen. Okay, so let's see. It's time for you to shine. It's time for you to allow your authenticity to really shine forward. You're already being witnessed, though. That's the thing. You're already being witnessed. It's not exactly like um, anyone wouldn't notice what you're going through. And what I mean by that, it's a very distinct feeling that you are expanding your light, that you are really tapping into higher and deeper levels of personal power, personal understanding. And people are noticing that. They're definitely noticing that. Okay. Why would I pop into your mind with you watching Hancock? Card number 33. Heaven, heaven sent. The information that you're getting is definitely heaven sent. It comes from divinity. It definitely comes to you with purpose. Okay. It's this information. Um, this information was definitely something that you needed. I'm not sure if you're even aware that you've already gotten the information that you're needing, but this piece of information is really going to help you to rotate your puzzle enough that you can figure out what pieces go where. Okay, because you have quite a few pieces already. Um, it's just that it's an uncomfortable thing when the puzzle pieces are aspects of you in your life and you're being asked to turn it around, rotate and rotate and rotate, trying to really analyze it. It's hard for people to do that. It's just hard. And so, you know, rotate the whole puzzle then. Card number 20. This the card is beauty. This is kind of representative of how we see ourselves, Pisceans, and whoever this is resonating with. All you see are your components. You don't really see the big picture, which is a beautiful being. All you see are like, okay, the petals here. Okay, that's their plant. There's other stuff up there. You have to allow yourself to see the big picture of who you are, where you've been, where you're heading, how other people fit into your puzzle pieces. Oh, so I'm being told that whoever it is you're supposed to have a conversation with, their life has been rotated and turned upside down. And now, for some, I'm not saying this for all, for some, there is a very high probability that they will now fit into your puzzle. I'm wondering if maybe they had to learn something on their own terms, on their own time, with their own people, before they could understand the gravity of what the two of you are supposed to learn together. So, it's definitely interesting. Okay, your next card. Card number 23, Aquarius. I know. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. Mm. Ooh. So, here's the thing. If you are going to continue to fixate on the negativity that you've experienced with whoever it is you're needing to have a conversation with, um, that energy will translate into what you are manifesting. So it's time for you to begin seeing that circumstance in a different light, not making up stories about it, reinterpreting it as something else. If you were hurt, you were hurt, but you can't just focus on the fact that you were hurt. It seems as though there were things that were not explained. There was no opportunity for conversation, and that lack of opportunity for conversation took away your ability to gain clarity. So, in the absence of the words that you needed to hear to help you understand, you created your own story. Okay. And it's not necessarily that you just randomly made stuff up because you're a drama king or queen and you just like to start shit. No, you didn't have the opportunity to ask. You didn't have the opportunity to receive answers. It's almost like it was just something explosive and then silence. I mean, that's kind of hard to deal with, isn't it? It's kind of like, what did I do something? Did you just need to go? Is it me? You know what I mean? Like, what is it about me? And then you start making up your own reasons. Like, oh, it's because I was too much. It's because I'm annoying. It's because, I wasn't enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough to offer. All of these things that people very commonly do when there's a lack of communication. I think whoever this is that's coming back around, it's to gift you with an opportunity to truly have that conversation. This is not about a romantic thing. This is, I mean, for some, it could involve aspects of romance, a potentiality of a romantic connection. But the truth of this is really that it's time for you to heal. And I know Pisceans and quite a few others, unless you get the answers to the questions that you've been silently asking within yourself this entire time, you're just going to find it extremely difficult, darn near impossible to move forward. Okay. And this is about forward movement. Maybe they're coming back to finally cut the ties that have kept you bound to that circumstance from a long time ago. Maybe they're not coming back to stay. Maybe they're coming back just because both your souls need at this point a conversation. And it's so easy for us, and this is what we typically do when I start talking about this stuff in readings. Oh, it's the 20s coming back. Mhm. Mhm. This is someone that you have a soul connection with. Whether you're in a romantic relationship or not, that connection still continues. And that's the very connection that tends to help you level up even higher. Not necessarily through hugs and kisses and romantic gestures. Sometimes that leveling up comes from the hurt of silence. It comes from the hurt of lack of understanding, lack of communication. Because with a lack of communication and lack of clarity, you begin to question, you begin to hyperfixate. And sometimes that's what you need in order to get the actual answers from within yourself. Okay. So, Aquarius, I know, expect to be tested and shown waves of the future. Ruled by the planet of sudden insight, Uranus, but in earlier times, Saturn, the planet of wisdom. So Aquarians tend to have a natural aptitude for genius. I personally, I know it doesn't go with I know it doesn't go with what astrology teaches, but I honestly think Aquarius is the actual genius of the zodiac. I feel like they're an unrecognized genius. And so this Aquarian energy coming into the reading, it's almost like, well, no, it's not almost. It is a message of you now needing to find, acknowledge, accept your inner genius. You're getting insights over the next couple of weeks regarding certain events in your life. And these insights are going to help you to better understand what you've lived through. But if you're too busy fixated on the pain that was caused by a specific person at a specific time, it's just not going to end very well for you. It's and it's not that you're in danger. It's more that you're not going to grow in the way this cycle you're being gifted with is offering. And let's face it, if you are being gifted with a cycle or a phase of your development where it elevates your potentiality and you don't take advantage of that, that opportunity is lost. You can't just be like, "Oh, I'll take that later." No, okay, it's like your soul is offering you the last piece of cake. "Oh, I'll eat that later." Well, I'm sorry, boo, there's plenty of other people at the party. By the time you get over whatever it is you're hanging on to, that cake is gone. It's gone. So at this point, you have to continuously choose yourself. And this is not about disregarding other people's feelings and needs. This is about, if you have a need, you have to address that first, and then you can return to assisting other people. Okay. So if your soul is presenting you with an opportunity for a facilitated, amplified, elevated growth, you need to choose that first before you try and heal anyone else, before you try and get anyone else to understand anything. Because honestly, you're not going to get anyone to understand something that you yourself haven't taken the time to understand. And that's just a fact of life. I can't teach a class on astrophysics if I don't know shit about it. You know what I'm saying? I cannot just, pick up a book and get key terms if I don't understand what processes those key terms are referencing. I have no way of teaching that. I have no way of helping other people understand more deeply what that concept is about. The same thing applies to your life, to your spiritual journey. You have to choose your learning first, or you're useless to whoever it is you're trying to help learn. Pisces, we got to stop making projects of people because you're robbing them of their potentiality. So let's see. Ooh, okay. So even those Aquarians that are not geniuses are able to collect facts and knowledge far beyond the scope of those of other signs. Because of their vast intelligence, it doesn't take Aquarians long to see that they are. I'm not going to say that. Okay, I will say that. It doesn't take Aquarians long to see that they're superior in intellect to most people. This gives them a certain disdain over anything they view as common or ordinary. So maybe what this is trying to tell us is that we have to have an opportunity to grow even through struggle, especially through struggle, and stop having disdain over the struggle, over the inconvenience, over the pain, over the fact that you're being extra triggered by things that wouldn't really trigger other people. It's that sensitivity, Pisces. It's that sensitivity, the increased sensitivity that causes you to understand you are rising in frequency. Y'all, this mustache is making me drool. I might have to take it off. I don't want to disappoint him though. Okay. So, this is also about being very stubborn in your views, about recognizing you have accurate visions of the way things will be. Um, let's see. Let's see. Ooh, with this card choice, you'll likely be mastering something new and untried, which will lead you to greater awareness and success. You guys want to know what that means? I'll tell you exactly what that means. Once you hurt Pisces, you're done. You don't exist. I'm sorry, who? What's your name? Oh, no, I don't know you. It's very difficult for Pisces to let that go. It's very difficult for Pisces to clear off the board and just re-experience something with an individual, because it's like we can't let go of the fact that they did this to us. News flash to self and to Pisces. Um, People have the opportunity and the ability to change, especially if they've been gone for a very long time. We have to allow ourselves to be open to getting reacquainted to whoever it is we need to be reacquainted with, um, without this of, I already know who you are. You're a horrible person. You did this, and this. That's probably not them anymore. Now, of course, I'm not talking about everybody. For some of you, they didn't change. They didn't change. You know it, and you know it. Okay. So let's see. You may find yourself dealing with persons from an exotic or dissimilar background, those of a different ethnicity or culture than yours, from which you will learn greatly. Okay. You will acquire different concepts and approaches through these dealings, which are changing you. In the coming months, traveling to faraway exotic places is likely to factor in. Those faraway exotic places may be you traveling to other lifetimes. So this relates to the star card: eccentricity, surprises, standing alone, the future, technology, outer space, and mastery. Mhm. So let us see. Let us of me, ready to lose my feet. All right. Card number 6, celebration. It's time for you to begin celebrating yourself, celebrating your growth, really just allowing yourself to embrace this life that you've lived. Okay. Just allow yourself to be who you are and celebrate every part of you. Just because you're able to celebrate yourself does not mean that you don't understand there needs to always remain space for you to grow, expand, rise in consciousness, dive deeper into your truth. You can celebrate yourself and still have room for all of that. Okay. You also have to love yourself. Oh, look at this mirrors. 6 and 6. 6 and 6. Celebration and self love. These are very important things that you have to deal with right now. These are things that you need to allow yourself to be comfortable doing. Celebrating your life and loving yourself. Loving yourself so you can celebrate your life. Okay? So 6 plus 6 is 12. Card number 12. Every journey starts with a single step. Um, you might need to begin traveling your life naked in your truth. And there might be a need for you to let go of that baggage, emotional, mental baggage. Those are things that you need to let go of already. Okay. So, all right. Card number 19, Libra, I balance. All my life, my heart has yearned for a thing I cannot name. Don't go it alone. Linking up with a partner will serve you best. Libra is a sign of balance, charm, and beauty. Um, this energy is known for changing its mind and opinions. Um, and they also are able to see all sides to every issue, but have trouble coming to any final decision. This is kind of like the energy of Pisceans as well, especially right now when you're being challenged, you're being really, really pressed to allow yourself to grow. So it's okay for you to change your mind. It's okay for you to change your opinion. It's okay for you to allow yourself to have this aha moment of, oh, so you're not as bad as I thought you were this whole time. So you didn't intentionally try to hurt me. So this whole time, I thought you were just playing games with me. And then when you couldn't play any more games, you left. And now I realize like you weren't playing. I wasn't understanding what you didn't have the courage to actually say to me. Because I think that's kind of what's been happening. You know, they didn't have the courage to just have that conversation in the first place. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. So it's about merging choices, romance, alliances, mutual support, coming to a decision. This card can represent an impending marriage. Sorry. Sorry. My sarcasm kind of just slipped out. This card can represent an impending marriage or an engagement. Relationships are about to move up a level to a more serious one. Feelings have matured. Happiness is achieved when you pool your resources with a significant other. Achievement will be found when you find the right person who mirrors your own ideals and beliefs. All matters worked on within sincere and equal partnerships shall prove to be successful to the utmost. So when this card turns up, it indicates you're riding the fence over something and need to make a decision soon. If you do not make your decision, it may be made for you. The potential for you not liking the ending is high if you do not act and decide soon. So your soul is letting you know if you're not going to work on the things that need to be worked on, this probably involves conversation with another individual, then you're probably going to get dragged through the dry riverbed of your life. Okay. And you can't be mad at anyone else for that. You can't. If you are going to choose to continue to cling to the moment where you were hurt, then that's where you will forever stay in your life. No one can take you away from there. No one. And if you have a death grip on that, um, you're going to stay there. No matter how much someone tries, no matter how much someone tries to help you let go, until you actually choose to let go, you won't. That's a choice you're making. Okay. Thank you, Marissa. So let's get you guys a final. Here it is. Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought it was the final deck. Hold on. Here we go. Not the final card. What other details do you want us to know, Mika? Let's see. Sorry, my mustache is itching my nose. All right. All right. Let go how? I just don't get it. How do you stop thinking? So, you see this? This is what you're thinking about. That's how you let go. You open your hand. You're not going to let go if you're thinking about, okay, well, what finger? Which finger should I do first? Well, what if it falls? Well, what if it sticks in my hand? No, open your hand and let go. Creation will catch it. Whatever it is, creation will catch it and use it for something else. You simply have to open your hands. Whatever you're doing right now, that's what clinging is. You want to stop clinging, stop doing what you're doing right now. Okay? So, if someone still doesn't get what I'm saying, if part of your coping mechanism for the clinging has to do with you consistently checking their profile, stop looking at their social media profile. Let go. Let go. Stop looking at their social media profile. Stop if something, if you lose an opportunity to, I don't know, to date someone, um, they decide they're it's not compatible and they stop talking to you. You can't then be like, oh, it's because that person hurt me and now I'm just so damaged. No, it's because you've allowed that circumstance to occupy so much space within your mind and your heart that there's no room for someone new. And this is not something you're just gonna, you're not just gonna randomly be like, oh, I just decided I don't care today. I'm not gonna care anymore. I'm not gonna think about it anymore. This is a process, If you're gonna truly do this, if you're gonna do this, this is something you have to really put some time into. Okay. So hold on. And maybe the fact that I'm about to share with you will help you to shift your thoughts. The person who walked away is no longer there. If they do come back, they're a different person. Now, the amount of growth and change, that's going to be very unique because it's based on what they experienced while they were gone. And even if it's not, a twin flame, even ex-boyfriends and ex-girlfriends, when people are like, how can I get my relationship back? That relationship's gone. Now, the person might try and reconcile, but that's going to be a new relationship. It's going to be very different. After everything you experience, you become a different person. So whoever you're pining away for, they're a different person now, especially if a lot of time has passed. They're a different person now. They might still look the same, but they're forever changed by every event they experience, every connection they make with other people. Ooh. I can't just pull three. Do I really need that many? Here we go. Here we go. Wow. Out of 5 cards, we have 3 major arcana. Major changes, major changes. 5 being the number of change. 3 being the number of a solid foundation from which to build your spiritual knowing. So the Lovers in reverse: failure to meet the test, separation, frustration in love, interference, fickleness, unwise plans. this has a lot to do with what's happened and what's continuing to happen. Okay. Either one or both of you had some unfounded expectations of the other. And that's what caused for a breakdown. Have you both grown enough to be able to revisit whatever it is you're supposed to experience together? That really will depend on the individual. So, Two of Wands. Mature individual, ruler, attainment of goals and needs, boldness, a dominant personality. So, they've changed. They're no longer unsure of who they are. They're no longer unsure of what you mean to them. And again, I need to emphasize this is not necessarily you're the love of their life and they can't live without you and they don't want to be with anyone else. If you're talking about twin stuff, which I heard someone, oh my God, I'm sorry, I heard you. What this means is they now understand there needs to be some sort of connection in real life, not necessarily in person, but a real connection, communication, so that they can get a better understanding and grow even more. And it might even be you that recognizes this, that maybe you close the door on a very important lesson. Putting romance aside, it's a recognition that, oh, this person definitely, just by being themselves and experiencing things with them, they definitely have a way of reaching deeper levels of me and helping me to learn in a much deeper way. So, I mean, Michael. So I learned my mannerisms and how they affect people firsthand when I had it done to me. And it wasn't something malicious, but it was definitely something that I consistently do, where I kind of just quietly disappear. Not necessarily disappear because I'm mad at you and there's drama. No, I always go through these weird periods where I won't talk to anyone. And to me, it's like, well, why would that affect you? I'm not mad at you. It's not like I'm trying to like hurt your feelings. You have other friends you can talk to. But when you experience a certain type of energy, a certain type of presence, the moment that steps back, whatever it is that the void that's left behind, even if it's a friend, um, it's very intensely felt. And that's what I didn't understand before. Because the people that I would grow quiet with, these weren't romantic connections in any way, shape, or form. And they would get so butthurt. And I was like, why are you tripping? It's not like there was drama. I just needed to go quiet. And I don't even really do anything when I go quiet. I stop talking and that's it. And I didn't understand it until I experienced it myself. And again, it was just like that. There was no drama, but I felt what other people feel. So it helped me to understand. Oh, wait. Page of Swords. Oh, it was upside down. Because did I first did I first put okay, it's upside down. Page of Page of Swords. An imposter revealed. Illness is also possible. Powerlessness in the face of stronger forces. Lack of preparation. So this tells me that your resistance to your path, I mean, you're going to put yourself versus your soul. You're not going to win that. You're just not. You're not going to win that. And, you can try as hard as you want. But when you fight yourself, 100% of the time you will lose. Because it doesn't matter if Emmie on the left or Emmie on the right is the winner. There will always be Emmie who loses. So let's see. The wild card. attachment, completion, perfection, ultimate change, synthesis, fulfillment, capability, triumph in undertakings, rewards of hard work, admiration of others. That's good stuff. That means all of this, all of these cards that I'm pulling, um, growth happens. You're able to get to higher levels of understanding. Um, Next card. All right. Here we go. The Hierophant. Atonement, judgment, self perspective, rejuvenation, rebirth, improvement, development, promotion. So, for many of you, they're coming back to say sorry and make things right. Not necessarily to beg you to get back in a romantic connection, if it was a romantic connection, but it is something that needs to be corrected. That's what this is about, correction, recalibration, not necessarily about romance. Okay, final card. I don't care what you say, Michael. Final card. I'm just saying, if you need someone to know something specifically, you can definitely talk to them yourself. That's always a possibility. All right. Here we go. I like the way you work it. No diggity, but to bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity, about to bag it up. Are they truly a clinical narcissist, or are they being called a narcissist because they're hard to control? All right. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Here we go. The Lotus Throne. The same lotus wisdom that enlightens beloved Kuan Yin and all spiritual masters is the very same lotus light within your own heart. It can take great courage to trust your own inner light, to ascend the throne of your own inner spiritual authority, especially if the light of others around you seems more powerful than your own. You are being asked to trust this inner guidance above all others now. Have faith in your own heart. Know that you are divine. There are times on the path that we can greatly benefit from assistance from others. In fact, these times are almost always a true spiritual master, teacher, guru, guide, or healer has the same role to connect you with conscious awareness to your own inner light so that you may come to realize the spiritual power, authority, and beauty that you are in truth is the same spiritual power, authority, and beauty that you may see and honor in them. Sometimes we might need an external guide to help us make that connection. Sometimes we are closer to our own divine wisdom than we consciously realize, and yet we fall into a habit of believing that others may know more of what is good for or true for us than we do ourselves. Sometimes out of habit and conditioning, it's just easier to see the divine light in others than within our own heart. This oracle has come to you to guide you to trust that your own inner teacher is growing stronger, that you have more spiritual wisdom than you may have previously acknowledged, and that you will greatly benefit from heeding your own heart's guidance at this time. You're guided here to carefully discern the level of influence that others may be having over you. Mhm. Slams whole sleeve of. You okay, girl? Who has Islamophobia? The fuck? This will not change everything. Stop viewing things from demonic realm. I know, what do you mean by that? Prolonged impact of Islamophobia indicate you are deformed still. So that. Mm, mm. So all of that wrathful rage coming from someone who chooses a picture of a man nailed to a cross. So, you're being guided here to carefully discern the level of influence that others may be having over you. In your admirable willingness to be open, to learn, and to grow, you are wise not to surrender your discernment. No matter how wise or powerful a teacher might be, it's wiser and more powerful still to always test what they seek to say to you by sitting with it in your own heart. Does all guidance you have been following feel true to your heart? At this time, the inner teacher, the guru within, the goddess light of Kuan Yin in your own heart is speaking to you, urging you to trust your own divine nature more deeply than ever before. You are being asked to ascend to the lotus throne of your divine soul. Trust your courage. Your journey is taking you into spiritual maturity, and you will need to acknowledge that you have spiritual authority within your own heart. Yes, you can learn from others, but always honor your inner teacher, as this is your own unconditionally loving and flawless guide, the part of you that's pure divine wisdom, always has been and always will be. So, you definitely have to allow yourself to listen to your inner stirrings, okay? If there is a call for you to reach out to someone, it doesn't even matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's, your coworker because you got into it last week, or it doesn't matter. Start listening to your own guidance, okay? So you might get that nudge from your higher self to talk to your coworker, but your fear of condemnation, your fear of them not accepting um, your request for communication, that might make it harder for you to do so. And if it does, then you have to sit there and ask within yourself, why is it so hard for me to do this? Where does this come from? And when you can begin to really look at yourself in your truth, meaning you don't have to pretend you're perfect, you don't have to, you know, have this image or brand. Once you begin to enter a place of authenticity, you'll begin to readily get the answers you are asking for. Okay. And this is something within you. Um, let's see. Okay, guys. I got I gotta go. It's my kid's birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to my kid. Bye, guys. Oh, thumbs up and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. Join me when I come live again and whenever that is. Bye, guys.